Good evening. Tonight we take a look at what's fast becoming one of the West Country's most intriguing mysteries. It's all about circles, rings of flattened crops that are appearing in West Country fields at the rate of 20 a week. Nobody knows what's causing them, even the scientists are baffled, and it's given rise to several fascinating theories. Are they the result of freak weather conditions or some strange magnetic force? Some people reckon they're the marks left by visiting alien spaceships, whilst others believe it's one of the century's most elaborate hoaxes. Well, we want you to be the judge. Scientist and broadcaster Professor Heinz Wolff joins me in the studio tonight to help analyse the evidence, and we'll put before you the facts and most popular theories. See what you make of these secret circles. First, the essential details.
They've been recorded across England, from Stockton in the north to Findon, West Sussex in the south. But it's in the west that most have been found. Dozens have been reported in what's called the Wessex Triangle, bounded by Marlborough, Warminster and Winchester. The strange thing is, a few have been seen in other countries, but there are more here than anywhere else on Earth. From the air they make an intriguing sight, often appearing in clusters, frequently but not always near the parallel marks left by tractors. One of the earliest reported sightings was in 1946. A decade ago there were 10. Now they're appearing in the West Country almost every day. The circles themselves are up to 60 feet in diameter, and the corn appears to have been twisted in one direction, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Their edges are a puzzle too. They're remarkably sharp, with the unaffected crop still standing bolt upright. And now, unique to the West Country, they're coming in bizarre formations. This, near the ancient village of Avebury in Wiltshire, is typical. There are 4 small satellite circles with a large ring in the middle. People who've been researching what's going on say the crops, usually cereals, are undamaged and apparently growing normally. There are no signs of human entry. What force is at work here, powerful enough to stamp down corn in such a precise pattern and leave no trace?
OK, let's set about finding the answer. We're going to present the evidence in a series of reports which Professor Wolff will be watching carefully. Professor, it's intriguing, isn't it, that even you boffins can't sort it out?
Well, if he knew everything and understood everything, there wouldn't be any need for boffins. But I hope this boffin, elderly as he is, won't have lost his ability to marvel and to wonder and to be amazed. And perhaps my total immersion in the space program at the moment may be useful.
Right, we'll see. Of course, one of the most popular theories is that the whole thing is a magnificent hoax. Well, to see whether it really is possible to flatten corn into such neat circles in the middle of a field, we enlisted the help of some enterprising army cadets from Bristol University, under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Richard Scaife.
Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon we have a small task to try and attempt to recreate one of these circles in a hayfield, in a cornfield which we'll go to either substantiate, disprove, or leave as unproven, in other words, up in the air, this question of whether these are a hoax or not.
So, will they be able to do it? We'll catch up with them later to see how they get on. But now to our first report. The Circles Phenomenon Research Group have been investigating the problem for several years. This summer, they staked out a field near the Wiltshire-Hampshire border with the aim of seeing a circle form in front of their very eyes. Gerald Haycock reports.
They codenamed it Operation White Crow. Every metre of some farmland called the Punch Bowl at Cheesefoot Head in Hampshire was to be placed under intensive surveillance, day and night, for a whole week. The vigil was organised by the Circle Phenomenon Research Group. They chose this area because for 10 of the past 12 years, the mysterious circles had suddenly appeared.
Having said that, we haven't actually seen one of these this year, although we have now 91 formations in Wiltshire and this county of varying types.
The group claimed this was the most intensive and scientific study of the phenomenon mounted anywhere in the world. So they brought in the most advanced technology available to them.
Right, okay, how's that?
They were certain that if anything appeared, they'd see and record it, whatever caused it.
The purpose of this project is to try and get a circle appearing, to catch it without human beings around. And if so, then at least one circle is due to things other than hoax.
Within minutes of their arrival, it seemed they'd chosen exactly the right spot. Just a few hundred yards away, an area of circular disturbance was suddenly noticed.
Yes, it is wind damage. Yeah, okay. Wind damage. That's good.
Or it could be animals.
Yeah, that's no problem.
This circle was here before Operation White Crows started. As with the other 500 logged so far, the team measured it carefully. Then they examined it for evidence of radiation.
Absolutely normal in every way. Half a count per second.
No reaction from modern technology then, but surprising results from traditional methods. Normally, dowsing is used to detect water underground. In the circles, even in the hands of first-time dowsers, the result was mysterious.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
This is definitely not little green men from Mars. We are, though, looking at an extraordinary phenomenon. This is well beyond the comprehension of experts in many fields at the moment. You know, here this afternoon we have some of the leading experts, leading scientists in the country. They have very, very little idea of what's going on here. This is likely to break into totally new science.
Despite the non-stop watch, the experiment ended in failure. The team had to pack up and leave unsatisfied. What they didn't know was that just 600 yards from where they'd been watching, further circles had just formed. Just weeks after Operation White Crow ended in disappointment, circle spotters discovered the most startling example in what was becoming a puzzling summer. Beneath the White Horse at Marlborough, a formation of 8 circles appeared, 6 of them forming what looked remarkably like a great crucifix. On the ground, Colin Andrews and his team measured, finally calculating that the crucifix was just 1 degree out of true.
Okay, that's fine. That's 7.71 at 45 degrees. We haven't had it before. It's very spectacular. It's very large. It's one of the largest formations we've seen. And as I say, it has all of the hallmarks of the genuine phenomenon.
Colin Andrews is chief electrical engineer working for a local authority in Hampshire. For more than a decade, he and fellow circle enthusiasts have spent thousands of pounds locating, photographing and compiling information about the circles. At home, his office is evidence of his fascination with the circles, which he happily admits have taken over much of his life. As well as research, he's the co-author of a book on the subject, which is published this summer. He's convinced that the circles are not forming at random, that they've been too precise for that. Until now, he's been reluctant to say in public what he thinks does cause them. However, when pressed, he admitted he had 2 theories: interference in the Earth's magnetic forces by modern-day satellites, or secondly, interference from an unknown outside intelligence.
I think we are looking at a new form of energy. The vortex itself, I believe, is created by a new kind of energy, probably related to magnetism. I think the magnetic field of the planet may well be being manipulated in an intelligent fashion. and the evidence is beginning to support the theory that there is an intelligent, a thinking behind this.
Mr. Andrews claims to have been consulted by the government and the royal family about the circles. He says the circle phenomenon is building to a climax. Now he wants government money to fund further investigation.